Hey there, guys. Mike here. Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection is back for a Western Roundup. That's right. The Hat returns. That's right, guys. It's been a while since you've seen the Hat, and thought it'd be special. Anyways, guys, picked up some new westerns, various ones. Uh, the first one I want to show this is one that I don't know. I've heard of it. I've seen it around. I've kind of read a little bit about it, but it stayed really obscure to me. I want to think of One-Eyed Jacks every time I watch it. This was a previous movie that Marlon Brando directed. It's got Carl Malden in it. It's really good. But a lot of times when I found this other new movie I picked up that's also got Marlon Brando in it, it's just really cool. I really enjoyed it. The movie I'm talking about is the Appaloosa, which is a horse. Um, Stars Marlon Brando. John Saxon is in it. He's really good. It's directed by Sidney Fury, which I'm not completely familiar with him, but he's probably done some really good stuff because he does a pretty good job in this. This is from 1966, and it's about 98 minutes long. This is the Kino Classics release of it, and what's cool about it, it's got dual artwork and everything. But about the movie, really good. This is a movie kind of opens up with Marlon Brando kind of drifting into this town. Um, he's got this really nice Appaloosa horse, and he comes in. He just wants to be left alone. He's had a hard life. I'm trying to think if he. I'm trying to think how it really starts off. I don't know if he was leaving jail or he just basically wanders in. He's got this horse and everything, and he wanders into this. I believe it's like a small Mexican town. Um, there's kind of the overlord of the town, you could say, played by John Saxon. He's kind of runs the town. He's the wealthy man. He's got the beautiful wife. But once he sees that horse, he gets into a small kind of an argument with Marlon Brando in the local cantina and everything. He's trying to fight him. He's everything. Marlon Brando's just like not having it. I mean, this guy he's just, oh, that's what it is. He was returning from the Civil War. That's right. And he's just basically drifting, trying to find something. It starts off, he's got a big beard. He's all dirty and everything. He's been riding. But anyways, this guy kind of gets into it with him. And John Saxon gets into it with him, his men and everything. He leaves the bar, the cantina. They see that he sees the beautiful horse, and he kind of, he goes over to the church. He's kneeling down. He's praying, everything. And this beautiful woman walks in. I think she just came out of the confessional, and they kind of look at each other. They may have said something like hello or something, and she leaves. The next thing you know, there's one of the big henchmen comes in the church. He's laughing at Marlon Brando. That's and he leaves. And the thing is, it's like John Saxon's like, I want your horse. I want the horse to give to my wife, to appease her from something he did. And he's not going to stop at anything to get that horse and everything. So that kind of boils down to kind of a standoff with each other. They're different situations, and it's really good. It's just you didn't expect it to be that way. Marlon Brando is very very low key in this, very very good, and everything. So I really do. I highly rate the Appaloosa. Probably give it. I mean, this is the first time I saw it, but out of 5 stars, I would probably give it 4. 3 3/4, 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I will rewatch this sometime, and everything. So yeah, good pickup there. I don't want to over explain it and over recommend it. Next up, this is a DVD I bought off of eBay. This is a former library copy, Rockford Public Library. They never show the picture with the stickers and stuff on it. They use a Google photo or something. So when I got it, I got this faded out copy with library stickers on it and everything. But it's cool because this is not a movie that's around a lot. Anyways, this is a movie with Victor Mature. It's called Fury at Furnace Creek. And really interesting. And I was thinking it was newer, like it was later made, like in the 50s or early 60s. But actually, it's from 1948. It's black and white, 20th Century Fox. Victor Mature was there at that time. And really good. Really, no, I wouldn't say it's a standard Western, but just really good. I mean, how can I say this? Um, yeah, kind of Victor Mature. It's kind of like two brothers and their attempt to prove innocence, and but yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good. It's pretty to a certain degree. It's pretty standard. I mean, some people might say, well, it's kind of forgettable, you know. But anyways, I give it about 3 stars, maybe 2.5. Probably should watch it again and stuff. But yeah, you know, just kind of a standard Western at that time. Not too bad, guys. Next up, I watched this around the time that Raquel Welch died. As you know, I wanted to kind of watch some stuff with her. Had recently watched Hanny Coulter that she was in, but I'd watched that months, about 3 or 4 months before she died. So I didn't want to rewatch that one. I picked one that I haven't watched in a while. I wanted to watch it again because I could not remember it all the way. So I pulled out Bandolero. Pretty good Western. It's got James Stewart, Raquel Welch, George Kennedy, and Dean Martin. It's got a great cast in it. Um, this is let me tell you about it. It's the Wild West clash of personalities in Val Verde, Texas, for the warring Bishop brothers, Dean Martin and James Stewart, who must now join forces to escape a death sentence. Exploding with action and featuring an all-star cast, including Raquel Welch, George Kennedy, Bandolero packs a smoking 6-gun wallop from its first tense showdown to its last exciting shootout. So it really doesn't explain the storyline that much in that description, but basically you got the two brothers. I mean, Dean Martin and James Stewart, would you believe that they're brothers? I would believe more that James Stewart and George Kennedy were brothers. That kind of makes more sense, you know. But really good. It's a lot of action in it. Yeah, George Kennedy plays the sheriff or a marshal. Raquel Welch gets to shoot up. She's got some great scenes and stuff, but really good. Bandolero is a pretty solid mid to late 60s Western. It's kind of got a little bit of flavor of a spaghetti Western to it. It's directed by Andrew V. McLaglen. I kind of recently I made a video about Burt Kennedy, and I kind of mentioned in it that he's kind of a half director. But every movie that he's directed has been just crappy. You know what I mean? Like he's directed stuff like, I believe, The War Wagon and some of the stuff for John Wayne that just weren't not that great. I mean, he's the son of Victor McLaglen. No, I'm totally tearing his name up. Who was an actor, famous actor. Worked with John Ford a lot. But this one he does pretty good on it, actually. You know, he was pretty much just a studio director, pretty standard directing by the numbers. You know, he wasn't bringing any kind of little flair or any little auteurness to it, like a little imprint. So when you watch it, you're like, yeah, that's an Andrew V. McLaughlin movie, boy. Yeah, it wasn't like that. He's not like that, but pretty good, pretty good. I think George Kennedy is really underrated as a supporting actor. He's in this, and really good. I mean, pretty good. Check it out. Okay, this next one was in a trade package from Carlos recently. This is a movie directed by Sergio Corbucci that I was kind of missing. Now I have all his westerns that he made. This was kind of controversial at the time. Got really panned on. It's not the best western, okay? But I think the cast kind of helps it a little bit. What can I say about it? But definitely now, it would be like a canceled movie. It would be canceled. It would be controversial, everything. But the movie I'm talking about this is a German copy, because this movie is really hard to find. This is a German copy that Carlos got me. This is Sergio Corbucci's, I think it's the yellow, the black, and the white. Basically, it's got Thomas Milan, Guliana Gemma, and Eli Wallach in it. Thomas Milan is probably the big problem in this. He plays a Japanese, he was like a helper of a samurai, the samurai's assistant, his master, I guess, and he gets killed, and he takes his samurai sword and he tries to be him and stuff, everything. But he all through the movie, he's got a horrible accent, just very cringy, very, I wouldn't say racist. I don't know. I guess it's kind of how you feel about it at the time. It's kind of like when you watch old black and white, old movies from the past where you have African Americans who, act stupid. They're like, duh, 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 and it's like, that's so tired. You know what I mean? It's just tired, and nobody wants to see that nowadays. It's racist and everything. But it was a product of its time. But see, this was about 1973, I want to say. But his characterization is just so off the wall. But watching it, I guess I pretty much enjoyed it. You kind of got used to his characterization, his stupid accent he's got going on in it. But the other characters are really good. Eli Wallach, I think, is the best in the movie. But it's a strange movie. It's a strange Western. It kind of belongs in that time. I can't believe it's 50 years old. So 50 years ago, they thought this was funny in a Euro spaghetti Western. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, it's not really, it's kind of stuck in the time capsule of kind of, and I'm sure if Thomas Milan was still here, he would say, yeah, I'm embarrassed about that, but, I'm helping out. Sergio Corbucci wanted me to do it, so I did. So anyways, if you can find this movie, check it out. Judge for yourself. There's probably clips on YouTube and everything, but to check out his accent, because you may get really tired of it quick, or you may be able to handle it. And I kind of handled it. I wanted to stick through the movie and everything. So there you go. The yellow, the black, and the white. And last up, guys, this was a real surprise for me. I really enjoyed this movie, and I had no idea. I heard of the name before. If my memory serves me right, it's like I remember growing up, we had HBO. We would get this little HBO book. It was like this. And you flip through it. And I saw the title of this, and I would see that title, and I just remember it because it has cat dancing. So I was just like, so I've always remembered that. So this movie stars Burt Reynolds, and this is a Warner Archive DVD release. This is The Man Who Loved Cat Dancing. Very strange title. I think that's why I remembered it all these years. But Burt Reynolds, really, really good in it, I think. He's, it's got a good cast. It's got Sarah Miles. She's really good. Lee J. Cobb, Jack Warden, and George Hamilton is in it. But I really did enjoy this movie. I thought it was really good. Directed by Richard Serafian. I'll read a little bit about it. On the run from her cold-hearted husband, Catherine Crocker witnesses a daring train robbery, and the robbers are forced to take her prisoner, which Burt Reynolds and his crew is robbing a train at that point. And they take her as prisoner. Riding deep into untamed territory, pursued by a posse led by a determined Wells Fargo agent and Catherine's husband, which I think is Lee J. Cobb. A stellar cast powers this sweeping elegiac ode to the West. Burt Reynolds plays gang leader Jay, the laconic war hero with a mysterious past. Sarah Miles is Catherine, first repelled by her captors, but gradually growing to respect them and trust them, and fall in love with Jay. With a stirring John Williams score, which is really good. Dead on direction by Richard Serafian. Cinematography so realistic you can taste the dust and sweat. I don't know about that, but The Man Who Loved Cat Dancing emerges as one of film's great westerns. and MGM released it. When did this come out? 1973. Again, another 50-year-old movie and stuff. But yeah, it's so obscure, I guess, in a way. You know what I mean? If anybody, put it in the comments down there if you've been familiar with this movie for a while, because it's one I've heard of and remember the name but never saw it, didn't know it was a Western. Burt Reynolds is really good. Burt Reynolds is underrated in a lot of ways. I know he hated Nevada Joe, or Navajo Joe, the Corbucci movie. I know he hated that movie. He talked about it for the rest of his life. But he made way worse movies than that. That's a good one. And he's really good in this. And he really does play that mysterious character. He's got questions about there's a son. There was a former wife. There's stuff I don't want to give away. He's got a past. It's stuff heavy on his mind, and you can see it in his acting. And I think that's what draws Sarah Miles to him and stuff. And she's really good in it also. So really good. The Man Who Loved Cat Dancing. A big recommendation for that, guys. So there you go. There's some new Western. There's your Western update. Got some new pickups and stuff. Haven't done one for a while. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you've heard that movie. And also the yellow, the black, the yellow, the white, the black, which I call it all different ways. Sometimes I'll say the white, the yellow, and black, yellow, and white. If you've seen it before, let me know. Let me know what you thought about that and everything. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this Western Roundup update. So the hat returns. I'm gonna say read the dirt sheet to you guys. It's time to hit the trail, and I'll see you guys